You're listening to the PRO Media Network. The next level in entertainment.
Here he goes in. Throwing it down! How about a poster? Anthony Davis is on fire!
You're listening to the Pelican Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
For all things Pelicans, you're now listening to the Pelican Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network. What's going on, fam? You're listening to the Pelican Postgame Report. I'm Big Q, chiming in with you. This is podcast 326 on the Pelican Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network. And this episode will be recapping, that's right, recapping the Pelicans' games against the Pacers, in which they lost 126 to 111. Of course, a big win over the Lakers, 128 to 115. And of course, tonight, Pelicans face off against the Philadelphia 76ers in Philly. So before we get going, that's a round of applause for you and yours. And once again, before we get started, I'd like to get you guys to smash the notification, subscribe, and hit the notification button for more content. Feel free to share the show with friends, family, and enemies. You know, any way to get it out there to the Pelican fandom across the world and all fans of the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, Pelicans' last couple of games been really interesting since coming off the All-Star break. All that stuff going on with Anthony Davis. We know about it all too well. The minute restriction. First, there was the argument whether or not they should sit him or play him. But now it's all been saying we're going to play Anthony Davis about 20 minutes a game. And I was thinking to myself, if you're going to play Anthony Davis 20 minutes a game, we could start him, play him maybe 25 minutes a game. You put him in the start and then have him in the fourth quarter or something so that he can finish out the game, give you opportunity to win the game. Of course, the first game I like to start off with to talk about is the fact that the matchup against the Pacers. Now, of course, the Pacers matchup was so intriguing because I wanted to see what kind of mindset the team would have after getting rid of, dumping Dale Demps ultimately. And then, of course, the interim general manager who is more accomplished than Dale Demps, in my opinion. You know, he did more things that he did when he was with Cleveland and, of course, with Atlanta. We covered that in the mid-season report. But what's interesting about this game is the Pelicans came out, they played well, and they went up on this team. I mean, they really went up on this team. We're up significantly, over 16 points at halftime. And then, in true typical Pelican fashion, they allowed the Indiana Pacers to catch fire, scoring 39 points in the third quarter and 29 points in the fourth quarter to end up taking the game by 15 points. And, of course, I watched the game, and I was upset because it appeared to me the bull before it came out was the fact that the Pelicans saying we're going to play our young guys, which is totally something we've been saying for the entire season. But it's a balance here. I want to see some of the young guys play off the bench. And, of course, if you look at the minutes of the guys off the bench, you had Sheik Diallo with 26 minutes. He scored 16 points and 18 rebounds in 26 minutes off the bench. You had a guy like Stanley Johnson with 20 minutes. He gave him 4 points, 4 assists. Jahlil Okafor, 17 minutes, didn't do much, 6 points, 5 rebounds. Frank Jackson had 27 minutes, that's 8 points. And then Etwine Moore had 12 and 20 minutes off the bench. I like the fact that they're playing 5 people to replace 5 starters, to supplement 5 starters, to supplement them with 5 reserves. Love that. What I didn't like about this game was the fact that Elvin Gentry didn't play to the balance. Of course, Drew Holiday played only 25 minutes. He scored 14 points. But Drew Holiday, to close the game, the Pelicans set all of the critical pieces of the team that could have really helped. Julius Randle could have really helped you in those waning moments. So could Drew Holiday. He could have really helped seal the deal and beat the Pacers. Why would you then sit these guys in the fourth quarter? And it appeared to me like they were using the development of the young guys as a way to justify tanking. And I was like, you son of a, what's are going to start tanking this early? You have 23 games left in the season. You're 26 and 34. You're 8 games back of 500. If you could string some wins together, you might have a playoff push here. You could possibly have a playoff push. Don't start tanking. Don't start tanking. Let's see if we can get this thing going. Let's make it to the playoffs. Because regardless of not, if you deal with Boston, which is obviously what they're going to do, which is one of the articles that came out saying that Danny Ainge is going to be obviously looking at giving everybody's up for deal. Even everybody is at play for Anthony Davis, even Kyrie Irving. And we knew this because obviously Danny Ainge and Kyrie Irving don't see eye to eye right now on the money. And the backup plan is Terry Rozier, he can get a lot cheaper than Kyrie Irving. And even if he trades Anthony Davis there, he have enough pieces that should be left over to be able to compete for something. But with all that madness being said, as far as this Pacers game, the Pelicans should have won this game. If Elvin Gentry usually goes too far on the other side or too far to the other side, you never can keep it balanced. Like if you'd have played these guys like you played them, but then played Drew Holiday and Julius Randle in the fourth quarter, you could have actually kept this game. You could have won this game. You could have won this game. They were up by 16, and ultimately he just it just sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Elvin Gentry's strategies on things just suck to me at times, and it's just terrible. They should have won this Pacers matchup, and I'm just telling you, they should have. You look at what they had this game. Victor Oladipo didn't play in this game. Miles Turner wasn't in this game. The Pelicans had enough firepower. They should have beat the Indiana Pacers and gave it away. 46% they shot versus 47% by the Pacers. They were about 30% from downtown, 8 of 27. Pacers were 14 of 32. Regardless of that fact, the Pelicans still could have won this game. Another thing that keeps coming down to what I keep telling you is that if the 3 ball not fall, and stop shooting the goddamn thing. Another thing is they're terrible fundamentally terrible. Free throws should be something that they were 17 of 30 from the free throw line for 57%. That's like free throws. I mean, listen, the term free throws have free, like the tax commercials, free. It's a attempt to make you understand that, hey man, this shit is free. Pardon my Portuguese. It's free, meaning that we might as well give it to you so easy. Now for the Pelicans, 17 of 30 for 57% from the free throw line. That absolutely stinks. But they still had an opportunity to win this game. Now they turned the ball over 18 times in this game for 25 points. They gave up 25 turnover points to the Pacers. The Pacers only had 11 turnovers for 7 points. So in the end, Pelicans did do a good job in the paint, 58-14. But look what you gave up. 17 out of 30 at the free throw line could have helped got the game close. And obvious the fact that it ain't gonna help you that you're giving up 25 points on 18 turnovers. It's just fundamentals, the fundamentals. So the next coach, because I'm really advocating, and most of the guys that know what I'm talking about, advocating that when they fire Gentry and get him out of here, they find a coach that's balanced in philosophy, that holds offense equally as impressive or important as defense. Therefore, you have more of a balanced team. He should at least fire Ehrman or find somebody that can come in here and teach these guys how to play defense, because it's not working. It's not working. Then the whole season, they continually to be flawed, turning the ball over, stupid turnovers, and not hitting free throws. This is absolutely foolish. But anyway, moving on to the next game against the Lakers, they had a lot better turnout in the matchup against the Lakers. Now, of course, anytime we could strike a blow against LeBron James and his attempts to control the basketball world is a good thing. Now, they beat the Lakers in this matchup 128-115. And, of course, after the game, LeBron criticized his club and said that they – and criticized them and said that they didn't look like, they didn't have no get up and go, for lack of better terms, to what LeBron was saying. But, you have to really want it. Pelicans got up to play for this game. Drew Holiday was absolutely an assassin in this game. He stepped up and played masterfully in this game. Big ups to him in this one. Now, this time around, off of the foolishness that happened with the Pacers matchup, the Pelicans actually did what they were supposed to do, which means play the deep, play the bench, and then keep the money guys in at the money times. Simple. Pelicans started this game. They were serious about beating this Laker club. They shot 52%, 50 of 96. The Lakers did pretty well with 54%. The Pelicans were 15 of 40 from downtown, 37.5%. The Lakers 10 of 29 for 34%. Free throws, Pelicans a lot better, 13 of 16 for 81%. They had 50 rebounds versus 45 by the Lakers. They were 33 to 31 Lakers edge on the assists. Pelicans had 14 steals in this game, which was pretty good. And of course, anytime a team turn the ball over 23 times, they're going to lose the game. And that's what happened with the Lakers. They turned the ball over 23 times, but the Pelicans have the annoying habit of not making teams pay for the turnovers. They turned the ball over 23 times and only gave up 23 points, which is like a point of turnover. It's like when they force teams to give up turnovers, you know, they don't make them pay like they should. They gave up the ball 18 times. Same deal from to the Pacers matchup, but only 19 points off of that. For fast break points, Pelicans 18 to 16, and they were completely tied 62 to 62 as far as points in the paint are concerned. Now, LeBron James, in his attempts to take over the basketball world using anybody's players, and fooled Anthony Davis into thinking to give up $250-something million. I had this discussion in the barbershop with my barber and a couple of guys around the shop, how foolish it is. And I agree with Shaquille O'Neal, who left the Orlando Magic, to say that Anthony Davis should have kept the money. You could have kept the money and then did a sign and trade. I mean, to give up that much money, but you must really want out to give up max money. But anyway, as far as this game is concerned, the man of the day was obviously Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday was excellent. 27 points, 7 assists, 3 steals in 33 minutes. He was knocking them down. 5 of 9 from the three-point line, 10 of 18 from the field. He was spectacular. Julius Randle, strongman game represented. 24 points in that 38-minute effort. Jahlil Okafor's numbers continue to dwindle. I'm watching Jahlil. He had 15 minutes in the Pacers game, 13 minutes in this game. He had 10 points and 3 rebounds. Gentry, pick up Okafor's minutes, please. Pick his minutes up. Pick them up. Of course, 14 points for Elfrid Payton and 9 assists. He played well. He got to pick up them. You got to cut them turnovers out though. Elfrid had 5 turnovers in the game, but still 14 points and 9 assists, still pretty decently. And of course, you look at what happened with Williams. Kenrich Williams had 11 points and 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He's been a find for this team. Sheik Diallo's been magnificent. 18 points off the bench for the Sheik, and he had 10 rebounds. Pretty damn good for him. Stanley Johnson had some minutes. He's still not putting any points together. Frank Jackson still struggling a bit. 5 points on the night. And then Ian Clark, good to see him playing. He had 17 points in 26 minutes. So big ups to Ian Clark, as he should see a little bit more. Of course, Darius Miller still suffering from that right ankle sprain, and the rest of those guys was coaching decision. I just wanted to say this before I leave Dale Demps alone, is the fact that you have an opportunity to get a guy like Markieff Morris, who they traded Wesley Johnson for in a second-round draft pick they got back. But they cut Markieff Morris, and Markieff Morris signs with the Lakers. My thing is, Markieff Morris would have been a perfect guy to come in off the bench to help you out. Like you still looking to do a playoff push here, hopefully. But instead of keeping Markieff Morris and cutting Jason Smith, who you're not going to use, you keep Jason Smith. And it's fascinating to me how the mindset worked. That's why that guy's gone. But anyway, looking at what the Lakers did, LeBron James couldn't will his team to win. 27 points, 12 assists, 7 rebounds. And they got basically spanked by almost 15 points by the Pelicans, who are really playing some serious ball. So it's good to see anytime we can strike a blow against LeBron's and his ways of trying to take over the NBA by using his agent friend to try to lure guys to play in LA. So that's terrific in my book. Anyway you can spell it out. But anyway, the Lakers, they lost. They're struggling. Good for them. The Pelicans, on the other hand, they got a matchup coming up tonight against the Philadelphia 76ers. Going to be an interesting matchup. If the Pelicans can match the same intensity the Sixers play, how the Sixers play, they are lowly stacked. Tobias Harris, I don't have to go through all that. You know who them guys is. But if the Pelicans can play like they played against the Lakers, they should have a chance against Philly. Will they beat them tonight in Philly? Don't count on that. I won't put my money on it. But anyway, that'll do it for the Pelican Postgame Report, episode 326 tonight. Thank you for joining us. As always, if you want to support the show, share it on your social media networks. Look in the description below for sponsors. Join our social media, and also for donations. All that's in the description section. So for me and the crew here, thank you for joining us.
Forget ESPN or Fox. Get straight sports talk from the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys.
Sports fans are gearing up and saving big at Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. From all the leagues, teams, and players you love, unique one-of-a-kind designs exclusively by Fanatics, and autographed collectibles from today's biggest stars shipped directly to your home. Join Fanatics Rewards for free to earn fan cash on every purchase. Shop now and for a limited time, get 20% off all orders. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
Do you need a domain name? How about a host for your website that can work with WordPress? Try Namecheap.com. They make registering, hosting, and managing domain names for yourself or others easy and affordable because the internet needs people. Namecheap is an ICANN accredited domain register and technology company founded in 2000. It's one of the fastest growing American companies according to the 2018 Inc. 5000, celebrating nearly 2 decades of providing unparalleled levels of service, security, and support. Namecheap has been steadfast in customer satisfaction with over 10 million domains under management. Namecheap is among the top domain registers and web providers in the world. They offer a full selection of popular and unique domains along with fully featured hosting packages, SSL security certificates, WhoisGuard privacy protections, and more, all at the lowest prices in the industry. So if you need a domain name or hosting or anything else, think Namecheap.com. That's right, Namecheap.com. Check the description section below for link.
What's up, Sports World? The PRO Media Network is on a mission to reach 10,000 subscribers. So besides our regular programs like the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, the Pelican Postgame Report, Rapid Fire TSC, and others, we will be expanding out and offering other content like movie, anime, and gaming reviews for your entertainment. So if you enjoy our content, please donate at our Patreon page. Also subscribe, comment, and share. And help the PRO Media Network reach 10,000 subs. Peace.
Get all the latest news and updates from your New Orleans Pelicans at the Pelicans Eye View, the new and official Pelicans Daily Journal, covering everything Pelicans.
Attention, everyone.
Get breakdown on games, free agent signings and potential moves, unbiased opinions and straight up facts with statistical analysis from G Valley. Go to www.thesportsdaily.com/Pelicans-I-View.